What up, what up, what up? What's going on, guys? Welcome to tonight's stream. Let's get this party started. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and don't forget to join the Discord. The link is in the description, it is also on the chat. Here we go. So, let's give it 30-45 seconds. Let people join in. Hope everyone is doing good. Do, 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 do. Welcome, Mr. Jumper. Oh man. Today's Friday. It's the last Friday of the month. Make it count. So, again, guys, welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's get this party started. So, quick little intro. Thank you for joining the Vice Trading Academy's daily live market breakdown. In this live, what we do is, guys, we break down and we look for points of interest, and our setups for those 9 pairs you see on your right hand side. Right? A point of interest is just a place of interest. When the price reaches that point, right? We look for entry criteria to take an entry, basically, right? And if there's no criteria for entry, there's really no trade, right? So that's what we do in this class. There's another 2 live streams that complements this class, which is the weekly market breakdown that happens on Sundays at 11 a.m. Eastern, right? And then you also have the daily live trading room, which happens Monday through Friday, starts at 6, 7 a.m. Eastern. And in order to join, make sure to join the Discord. The link is in the description. It's also in the on the chat, so you can get the links to actually join those other lives. So you get the full spectrum of how we do things. And this class also, which is Monday through Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern, New York Standard. All right, guys, welcome, welcome, Mr. Muhammad. So yeah, so let's get this party started. So let's start with AU. So AU, the expectation yesterday was very clean cut. Was we were waiting for price either to retest the high, right? And if it retests the high to trade down, or if it breaks the low, we continue with the trend, right? Price didn't reach all the way to the top, but reach actually the sweeping point that it did before, right? Actually reach and came back down. So if you were looking for that, you actually got a good entry opportunity, right? And let's take a look. If we drop down, right, you got what you needed to see: higher highs, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, lower low, lower high, right? So you got the change over here. If you drop down to the lower time frame, price actually pull back. Sorry. Let's look at here first, right? You got it. Touched. Price pull back. On the pullback, what do you get? You got all these highs, right? Wasn't really clear until you got in here to get in, right? That was later in the day and there was probably nothing left. I'm talking about just crystal clear trades, right? If we're going with everything, if you were just watching the 1 minute chart, you got a nice change here. So you did get a nice change, but we look for an entry after the BOS retest of a 5-minute chart, and we didn't get that, right? We didn't get a clean one at least. So, but it reached the target. So today, remember what I said at the beginning of yesterday. What are we looking for the week? Right? We're looking for the week to end where? No net, right? To end where it started, right? So where are we right now? We're literally, right? We're looking at the 4-hour candle, right? We're literally right in the middle, right? So price actually went up, right? Came down, went up again, touched up again, right? Creating all these highs, sweeps the highs, and we're dead stuck in the middle. So this is a pair I'm going to turn off. Why? Because again, we're expecting a rise on no net, so I'm not expecting price to push down today. If it would have pushed down yesterday, then I will be saying, well, price will push back up to end in a no net. But this week it's just going to end in a no net, like our projection was from the beginning of the week. So let's turn this off. It's always something. Always got to do like so much to do one thing, right? So this one for the week is done. But let's not waste the time. Let's take a look at what's happening with market structure. So market structure overall is still holding up, right? On the 4-hour, we still have our previous lower high and lower low that where price is trading in between, right? We do have a nice pullback, right? So after a run comes a pullback, and after a pullback comes another run, right? And that's what we're expecting. We're expecting that next run to happen. And next week looks pretty good for that. While we had a previous 3 weeks of drop, we have a week of no net ending, and then no net means reset. So next week we can start the down party again. So that's the expectation. Just take a look at what happened in the past when it goes up. It goes up, right? Created a variation 3rd day, then continue up, then dropped, then went up again for 3 times, right? So we went down, right? What am I expecting, right? A no net. We had a no net for the week, then the next day, the next week to start the price down, right? So just take a look. Up, it could have went no net or dropped, it dropped. Then it started to go up again. So now went down 3 weeks, the next week, the 4th week, could have no net or rise, and no net. So then what? Continue the trend. So that's the expectation for next week, right? We will talk a little bit more about it in the weekly market breakdown on Sunday, but everything is holding up steady on the 4-hour chart, right? And that's a good thing. Let's go to EURCAD. So EURCAD yesterday, right? We were looking for either a bounce off the low or a break off the top, right? So let's take a look at everything that happened. So we did get a bounce off the low during late Asia, right? And if you take in the trade, you know that your first exit point will be what? The BOS, right? Where it's going to be a West. So if you took that trade, you would have got out in 20 pips, right? Got in, got out 20 pips and waiting for the what? For the break retest, right? Now, let's take a look. So price did go up. Next candle cleared, right? But the body, no, it didn't. The body of the candle did not clear the wick. So this is a test candle, right? Then it came back down, right? So did it give us a break with a retest? No. This candle did not clear. The body did not clear. So guess what? No trade, no entry. Then price came back down, right? 8 a.m. All right, let's take a look. Make sure you guys are not looking at false signals. So let's look at this one first, right? Because this one is important, right? Because if we're looking at other rules, you would think that, does it have a wick? Yes. Does it have a wick? Yes, right? And then you have an engulfing, but then it took you out, right? So very careful, right? And this is a POI. So let's take a look. Do we have what we need to see? Remember the sequence. When we drop to the 5, we need a change of character and a BOS retest, right? So let's take a look. We have lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, low, lower high, lower low. Did we get a change? No, right? We didn't get anything. We didn't get what we needed to see, right? So there was no trade in the New York session. There was no setup. I just want to make sure that we are understanding, the way we should be analyzing, and to kind of analyze correctly, right? So price went right back down to this low, right? Just testing it. It's not even breaking it, just testing. Right now, you may be asking yourself, why did price do this? Well, if we look at what's happening with the news yesterday, we had a high impact news at 9:45. Just so happens that move started at 10, right? When we look at this is, well, my charts are 1 hour ahead of you guys anyway. New York. So let's see, 9:45 is 8:45. So this is the candle, right? We on a 30-minute chart. I don't have the 15. This should be 9:45 right here, right? So you can see that as soon as news hit, price just started to just go down. All right, so what's the expectation for today? All right, well, we have a retest of the lows or a break of these highs. All right, that's the setup for today. Yesterday gave us a drop. All right, I need to fix the other one. Now let's take a look at the overall weekly structure. Okay, boom, everything still looks good. Price came back to the top, tested it, never broke it, and came back down. So we know what we're expecting for the week. For the month, any expectations? No, we're in the chop in the middle, just a continuation. All right, so this one stays on. AU is out, and yesterday gave us a here to here, no net, right? Their consolidation. All right, so Euro USD, same deal, right? We had a lot of high impact news, right? 9:30, and also at 9:15 we had high impact news for Euro. So this is another reason why we started to see that push, and that continuation never came back up. So same thing with the New York session with Euro USD. Price did what? Went down. Why? We had a lot of news. Now, did we get a setup? Right? We didn't get a break, a retest, right? When price came back here, just looking at what happened with price never gave us what we needed to see, right? For us to get an entry. So, today expectation, right? Today's POIs, retest of the lows, right? Came, swept, right? So, put it here, and then to break these highs. All right, let's see. Right, market structure is still showing down, so we want to see price. Actually, we're not gonna take any trades off the lows on this one. Retest. No off the lows. Why? Because when we look at this 30-minute structure, it's trending down, right? So it could easily break to then come up next week or continue to go down to finish this zone out, right? To retest this daily zone. So we got to play it safe, right? We got to play it safe. Let me confirm with EURCAD 2 for a second. Right, we at the bottom of the zone. 1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah, I'll stick with that one. GJ. GJ just stuck in that consolidation, right? GJ didn't do nothing, right? Well, GJ gave us, let's break this down. Let's break down the candles, right? This is very important to understand and see. So, and let's put it where it needs to be. Okay, so test, 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 right? Notice how this body of this is still within this wick, right? So you guys understand that. Same thing with this one. This body is within this wick, right? So this is not a break. Price came back down, came back down. The body's within this, even though it's not touching, right? All this touch, right? There was no break of structure here. It's just tested the structure, no break, right? Then price came to the bottom side. Did what? It broke the bottom. It did break the bottom, right? But we're not trading short. But we're looking for price to bounce off the lows regardless. Price came, the low held, and then price pushed up, right? So let's look. This is 60 pips. So let's take a look. If you take in the trade off the low, price came, held, and it started to come up, did you get an entry? Right? So you got these lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower low, lower high, low, higher high, higher low, high, low, higher low, higher high. Right? Here's the BOS retest. Right? So here's your BOS retest. Let's highlight it. Here's your BOS retest. Right? Now, lower time frame, that green candle just shot up, so probably did not give you a good position. Or not even a good position. If you took it on a retest, you got these lower lows, lower high, lower low, high, right? These lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower low, higher high right away, right? Didn't really give you a chance to really, participate again. But when it came back down and retest this zone, you could have got in and just waited out until you got what you needed. So not a bad trade, but not a crystal clear entry like we would want to see, right? And it's not a bad thing not to trade something you can't see. That's actually what you should be doing. If it's not clear to you, then don't trade it, right? This trade is not clear to me, then I don't take a trade, right? Would I have taken that trade? No. It's not clear. It's not crispy, right? We want crispy trades. We want trades that you're not guessing on what's going on, right? So today, what's the expectation? To break this high. If it breaks this high, right? It already retested. Price came back, retest, and it's pushing up. Let's see if it comes back down. I highly doubt it, right? Remember, you trade off the lows, so this is the place you want to trade. Now, I know that they gave us an entry today. Already gave it to us. We got this change. Retest. We're gonna leave that on. Yo, I'm not even updating the daily moves. This gave us a no net. Alright, let's go with GU. So GU yesterday, same thing. We had a lot of USD news, so let's take a look. We're looking for, what's it gonna do? We were looking for a retest of the low to push up or a break to continue, right? First, it gave us the break. No. Did it give us a break? No. Everything here is a test. Test candle, test candle, test candle, test candle, test candle, test candle. Let's confirm. Nope. Body still within the candle, did not clear. So came back down. Test, 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 test. Then came down, right? There was no break. retest, not whatsoever, right? Then over here, did it give us a place to retest? No, didn't give us a retest of the low neither. Broke the low, right? This candle shows that it broke. Why? This body is still within this wick, right? But this one cleared it. So that broke. Then broke back above. So expectations for today. What's the POIs? Off the high here. Let me do this one. Retest the low if it retests. Price look down anyway. Just looking at this structure, we broke out, we made a new high, right? So we're making a higher low to come up to the higher high. If we just focus on structure here, right? Just focus on this structure here. You have all this. Right? To make a higher, to then continue. So over here, we want to see a change of character, break of structure, retest, right? Because we know that when we get these V's, the vice, what we doing? Lower lows, lower highs, until it changes to start higher highs, higher lows to continue, right? Very simple. Follow the structure. And we're trading just this right here. This is what we want to see, that V. A change of character will happen here. Break of structure retest will be here. Right? Because we're trading in this zone. Let's see. Let's see what it does. Let's see what it do, what it does, what a business is. Let's see. That one stays on. USD CAD. So USD CAD yesterday gave us a drop. Right? I wasn't expecting price. You know, I didn't want to. It was too close to the top. I wanted price to retest and then bounce. Right? It didn't give us that opportunity. Didn't give us that opportunity. So just looking at the overall structure of what we want to see, we can see that we're getting these deep pullbacks. Right? Price is going up, deep pullback, going up, deep pullback, right? So it's giving us good market structures. Not that it's not, it is giving us good market structure, right? So now I want to see the same thing on USD CAD, that GBPUSD. I want to get a change of character, right? Price to start pushing up to give me this same behavior here, right? To create, market structure. All right, so is the low set, right? This could be a V bottom, but what do we want to see? We want to see a nice anchor, right? What are anchors? Let's go over anchors, right? At the bottom, we have a V bottom. We have an M that's symmetrical, right? I mean, or W that's symmetrical. We have a W that the first leg is shorter than the second leg, right? That's the one I want to see because that's the one that shows me the sweep in action. And then we have the next variation where the first one is longer than the second one, right? And this is starting to show uptrend movement. But there's times that it does that and then it violates it, right? So this is why I like this one. This is the best one to trade will be this one. This is the one that gives us the best confirmation because this one is just symmetrical, so we could be in a consolidation zone. So our first signal will be the BOS, right? I mean, the change of character will be our first signal will be the change of character. This one has one signal and then has two signals, right? That's the difference, guys. It's the way that it gives us signals. This is the best one out of all of them. If you ask me, if you were to ask me which one is the best one and why, I will tell you that one. Some people may say, well, this one because it already started to show uptrend movement, Eric. Maybe not, right? Because the manipulation, if you're wrong, right, manipulation will be to the top side and then we'll start down, right? Could do that. This, for it to give me a lower low, has to break here, right? Over here could just go up and then break and give me a lower low in the middle of this range right here. Could just break it. So this is why this to me is my number one will be here. He said the dino trade coming up in GJ. Oh shit, look. The dino trade, nigga. Be careful with the dinosaur. Yo, Lewis, you're a clown. You are a clown. The dino trade is coming up. I didn't even see that you guys won. What's up, Steven? So there's some game right here on the anchors of which one is to me the best one. Right? Everyone has their preference. That one just has more confirmations. So and it sweeps. Right? So I want to see that type of behavior here. So let's take a look at, is this an anchor yet? I don't see an anchor. I can see this going lower before going higher. Right? Now let's take a fib and see if we could see where the PRZ is, right? We at 61.8, right? So we at the golden ratio for a reversal, right? We can just get a V today and that's it. Maybe swipe this low to continue or, or go to the 78.6, right? But we at 61.8, which is a good thing, right? So maybe sweep that low. Sweeps that low and then gives me a break. I want to see a break above here, right? If it sweeps the low, I'm going to move this to where it swept, right? If this is the place where it's going to sweep from, I'm going to use that. Meaning, if it does this, right, I'm going to use that. If it doesn't sweep the low, I'm going to leave it where I'm at. I'm going to leave it here, right? So if I see that it sweeps, I'm going to move it down because this becomes my next lower high. So I need to move it to my next lower high. If not, I want to see it break this to start pushing up. And we don't really have no news tomorrow. We really kind of have no news. So market structure should hold up tomorrow. The 30-30. 30-30 is out here fucking over people in this consolidation. We had a drop, rise. Why a drop? We made a new low. New lows were made. Rise, why? Because it ended higher than it started. variation. So after drop rise, there's a high possibility that today will be a drop, will not be a rise. It's a high possibility, but it could go either way, right? After a drop rise, it's a higher probability that it will go up, right? Based on historical data, not what I think, historical data. But that doesn't mean that it cannot go up. It could go up today. Like, you're like, yo, but that means it could go up or down. Yeah, it could do whatever it wants, right? You just gotta wait. What I mean by that, this is the high that needs to break up here for you to know that it broke out and continue. Because right now you're trapped in a damn consolidation, and you're at the top of the consolidation. So either way, are you taking, what direction is your trade, right? Oh, he's saying we could go both ways. You have a high and you have a lower consolidation. Where are you? You're at the top of consolidation. What do they teach you? If you're at the top of consolidation, where you take a trade? Down, right? But I want to see price go up, right? Create new highs. Or it's going to stay stuck here, but I'm not trading down. Why? Because the overall structure is where? Looking up. So I'm going to wait for my up opportunity, right? I'm in a no trade zone. You guys know how I play. You guys know I make a no trade zone until it makes a play, right? So up here, let's mark it for you guys. No trade zone. Only trade I want is break, retest, continue. All I want. That's it. This is all I want. Anything in the middle, I'm not trading. If it comes to the lows, right? Yes. What I need to see? Need to see that type of face. That's what I need to see. I need to see that ugly guy here. That's what I need to see. Only off the low. Anything above the low is a no trade zone. Here, yes. Above. Right? Hit that like button, trade. I'm bugging out today. So here, I drew a nice drawing for you guys. Should I take a picture? Gold. So gold today gave us a rise, and it would rise at the end of the day. Right, but we're still stuck in this zone. Between this high and this low, price overall, the structure is down. We have this low we're trading in between, just so you guys know, we're trading in between this low now and this high. Right? So we have triple top here, then push down. Right? So over here we having this type of behavior, right? This is what some people are looking for, right? But we in V2 heading up. So for me, I want to see price to turn around. The only place that will give us a full-blown price size shift will be if it breaks up here, guys. Right? Everything else that it's doing right now is internal structure. So POIs. I'm not looking for it to come back down nowhere, but price was held here so many times, was tested. To go up. And eye on this from the sky. What we got yesterday? We gotta know that. So guys, that's today's class. Got a couple of setups. you know, no rush to get into no trade. Tomorrow is the last day of the month, technically, the last Friday, not the last day, but the last Friday of the month. There's no need to give money back. And that's about it, gentlemen. Any questions? Everybody good? Thank you, sir. Don't forget Sunday's weekly market breakdown, 11 a.m. Eastern. Make sure to join the Discord. The link in the description is also on the chat. Mr. Jumper will be trading tomorrow live. So make sure to join the Discord so you could get the link to join the live trading room. The Discord is free. And that's about it, gentlemen. So I see you guys on Sunday, 11 a.m. Eastern. Have a good weekend, guys. Peace.